Guangxi, China. Days of relentless rain have turned much of the region into a vast, churning floodplain. Rivers spilled over their banks, streets became waterways, and entire neighborhoods were swallowed in muddy water. The scale of the inundation has left communities struggling to hold on to what's left. In city centers, buses and cars sat stranded mid-road as water climbed past wheel wells. Shops were gutted by the surge, their goods soaked and ruined. Power substations went offline, and traffic lights blinked out, leaving the roads eerily silent except for the rush of water. In the countryside, the picture was just as grim. Rice terraces were stripped of soil, irrigation ditches collapsed, and farmland lay under a sheet of brown floodwater. Landslides blocked narrow roads, isolating hamlets that depend on them for food and supplies. Bridges linking villages cracked or disappeared entirely, severing routes to market towns. Small fishing docks were torn loose, swept away alongside farming tools and fuel tanks. The floodwaters carried it all downstream in a relentless current. Industrial parks suffered heavy losses. Water poured into factory floors, damaging machines and spoiling raw materials. Warehouses were breached, their contents scattered or dissolved. Rail lines sat submerged, their embankments eroded to the point of collapse. The force of the water chewed away at riverbanks, tearing open levees and letting torrents spill into new areas. Once busy streets became islands, reachable only by boats ferrying supplies or repair crews. In some districts, debris piled high against bridges and spillways, threatening new blockages. Hillsides stripped of vegetation gave way under the rain, sending mud roaring into valleys. Sediment clogged streams, while piles of plastic waste and broken wood gathered in choke points, straining infrastructure to its limits. Road surfaces buckled under the constant soaking, their asphalt peeling away in jagged sheets. Some stretches vanished entirely, leaving only gaps where the ground had been washed out. Repairs will mean full rebuilds, not just quick fixes. The economic toll is climbing. Farmers face ruined harvests and lost planting cycles. Businesses are counting the damage to their stock, and transport companies scramble to reroute around impassable roads and rail lines. Tourism has come to a halt, with river cruises and scenic spots shuttered. Emergency crews are working nonstop to clear roads, dredge rivers, and reinforce weakened embankments. Pumps are draining flooded factories, and cleanup teams are racing to remove debris before it causes further damage. Even as the water slowly begins to retreat, the scars it leaves behind will take months, if not longer, to repair. Guangxi now faces the long task of rebuilding, with a clear reminder of just how vulnerable the region remains to nature's extremes. Across rural Guangxi, the damage stretches far beyond what the eye can see. Beneath the floodwater, roads are undermined, drainage pipes shattered, and farmland littered with debris. Farmers worry that even after the water drains, layers of silt and rubbish will make planting impossible for weeks. Environmental teams are already warning of longer-term risks. Pollutants from flooded workshops and storage yards have seeped into floodwater, which will eventually soak into fields and waterways. Cleanup crews are racing against time to contain the spread. For Guangxi, the recovery will be measured not just in repairs, but in how quickly trade, farming, and tourism can return to life. Yet in the faces of those clearing debris, stacking sandbags, and hauling supplies, there's a determination to rebuild stronger before the next storm arrives. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note, some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe.